everybody? Welcome back to Sports Babble with Miles and Quinn. We have a great episode for you today. It is August 6th, 2020. Sports are sort of back, and they aren't the same, but they're still super awesome. So stick with us to hear about an awesome episode we have planned here, only at Sports Babble with Miles and Quinn. It's a pillowcase, creepy case, it's our face. Everywhere you'll ever go, people will say, people will know, that's creepy case, it's their face. Creepy case, the pillowcase, we're the best, we help you rest, everything is great. We can help you sleep better-ish, kind of not, oh wait, we're hot. Creepy case, we help you sleep, cause it's our face. Every day, every way, we help you sleep and we help you play.
Acting up before us to settle on our penny one.
Wow, creepy case, what a great commercial. The person who was singing in that is just... I imagine they're super handsome. Anyway, Creepy Case was actually this idea that we had, but I was really not there to record commercials, so we never really got through to it. And when we were actually making it, I was just messing around, and I came up with, and I just started singing the lyrics for Creepy Case, and then we just wanted that to be the Creepy Case commercial. So that's a fun little antidote to the story of that, right? Yeah. So we are past the first commercial, so that means our first topic. So Quinn, what you got?
All right, so for today's episode, since this is like our first chance to actually talk about sports that are going on right now, that's what we're going to be doing. Miles is going to be talking about baseball, more up his alley. I'm going to be talking about basketball, which I know a little bit more about. So we won't be doing football this episode. First episode, not doing football, so.
We have to say football at least 3 times each, so it counts.
All right, so let's hop right into this. I'm going to start with basketball, and I'm going to start with how every player is kneeling during the national anthem to respect, like, the Black Lives Matter. So it's definitely a change. Everyone's kneeling to say what they think, like to show what they think, and so it's great that everyone's doing that to show that Black Lives Matter. Everyone's like, yeah, everyone's just showing what they think. So it's a great change that people are doing that now during the national anthem. So yeah, and they're all linking arms to show that they're like as a community.
Ooh, that was an excellent point you made, and that's something that really every team and every player is doing, and, you know, they're standing up for what they believe in, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, Miles, you want to go into your first topic?
Yep, so my first topic is yesterday's game, the Baltimore Orioles versus the Miami Marlins. They actually played a doubleheader, which I didn't know until like 5 minutes before we started recording. So Miami won the first game of the doubleheader 1-0, and they won the second game 2-1. So the reason that this is any interesting at all, because these are two teams that aren't very good, is Miami Marlins just had a massive COVID outbreak. Their team, over half of them tested positive, and, you know, a ton of extra people in their organization did. So this is their first game back, and they don't have a lot of their star players, and they were still able to win both games. Yes, the Baltimore Orioles are not a very good team, but still them winning is a big deal, and they won by 1 run both games. these are all low-scoring games, and that's not because the pitching is good. That's just because these teams don't really necessarily score a lot of runs. But another interesting topic is, since we have this shortened season and, people are playing a lot more games, the doubleheaders are 7 innings each, which is sort of strange. So some people, probably Orioles fans, are probably mad that they didn't have as much of a chance to win, but Miami fans are probably happy. So Miami comes back, wins 2 games, and now they're on a pretty big winning streak, especially for a team that just tested a ton for COVID.
Yeah, coming back, first game back after nearly half the team testing positive for coronavirus. First game back, and they win both games, That's a great job done by them, without some star players being able to pull through for their team and beat the Orioles in that doubleheader. Great job by them, definitely.
All right, Quinn, we passed through one of my subjects, so now let's move to your next subject.
So my next subject, it's kind of a 2-in-1. I'm going to talk about the how the NBA had not their last names on their jerseys, and I'm also going to talk about the Zion and Lonzo Ball team up. So I'm going to start with the jerseys, and so as you can see by that picture up on the screen, they did not have their jersey. They did not have their jersey or their last name on the back of their jersey, but instead they as you can see, one says equality. So things that just sort of sayings in a way, like peace, equality, Black Lives Matter, a bunch of stuff like that which is definitely great for every team to do that. And I also did notice that the Suns had that, but then underneath the number had their last name. So Miles. So great change for them to do that.
Yeah, this is sort of
Miles
a different...
is trying to beat his hands.
This is sort of a different takeaway, but the MLB Players Weekend, which probably won't happen this year, they always have their nicknames on special jerseys this year or every year, so this kind of reminds me of that a little bit. So that's just my takeaway.
So now I'm going to move on to the Zion Williamson and Lonzo Ball team up. So as many of us know, Zion Williamson may be one of the best rookies and is really proving himself this year, showing what he can really do, even in the NBA first year, and he looks like he's been here for at least 4 years already. So him and Lonzo Ball, though, that matchup is great. As many of you saw in the first game of the NBA restart, it was the Pelicans versus the Jazz. Their first hookup to each other, Lonzo Ball was at half court, I believe, and he threw an oop all the way down to the basket. Zion grabbed it in the air and dunked it for an amazing alley-oop. And the second hookup, which really impressed a lot of us, it was Zion Williamson with a behind-the-back pass. And his pass went to Lonzo for a wide-open bucket. It was really impressive. Zion, at being a rookie and making that type of play in the NBA, very impressive for a dude that size, and he making a point guard play. It was very impressive for him to do.
Yeah, that sounds like an awesome play. I don't really follow basketball unless the Celtics are doing well, but yeah, I know who Zion Williams is, and I know who Lonzo Ball is, and they seem like they're a good team.
Yeah, but it was also interesting considering Zion. I just researched this. So, as many of you may know, Zion Williamson that night was playing limited minutes because recently he was having family issues, so he wasn't being able to practice. So, and because of that, he didn't have as much practice time. So, getting back on the court, they didn't want him to just get right back to it and let him kind of ease back into the game. So he did have limited minutes, but doing what he did in those limited minutes was very impressive.
All right, Quinn, we've got through 2 of your topics. Now let's get to my second topic. So mine is the other doubleheader, the New York Yankees versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Again, this is this strange doubleheader that there's only 7 innings in. And the first game was won by Philadelphia. The score was 11-7, which is strange considering the Phillies are not a very good ballpark or a very good ball club, and the Yankees are. And the second game was won by the Yankees as a score of 3-1. But the first game was so high scoring, and the second game was so low scoring, so it's kind of strange. But there was good pitching matchups in the second game. In the first game, there wasn't really. Aaron Nola for the Phillies in the second game threw a gem of a game, and it was kind of wasted by the Philly bullpen, pulling a move out of the Red Sox playbook there.
I can't manage to notice you didn't, in both of your topics, mention the Yankees-Red Sox matchup. Maybe that's because you lost.
Absolutely excellent.
No, it's because it was so far away.
So, yeah, Miles didn't mention it, but I will. The Yankees did beat the Red Sox in a game. You know, baseball isn't really my territory. I don't know what happened in that game, but we won, so.
Yeah. The Yankees spend billions of dollars on their team, and the Red Sox are trying to have a decent season while being cheap, so that's my explanation for being bad.
That's your excuse?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to move on to my next topic. I'm not sure if Miles has a next topic, but I'm going to go on to mine. And it was the Suns and the Clippers matchup. For this part, I'm gonna talk about the Suns and the Clippers matchup and the Lakers and the Clippers matchup. So in the Lakers-Clippers matchup, as many of you saw, time was running low on the clock, and the Lakers were down 1 point, I believe. So they were down 1 point. The game was tied, so the Lakers had the ball. They were going down the court, and LeBron James, who arguably is the best NBA player of all time, or also arguably the best player right now in the NBA, he had the ball. He was dribbling down the court. He went for a floater shot, which is like a moving layup. So he went for that shot. He missed. It hit the front of the rim, came back to him. He got his own rebound, put it back in, and so now the Lakers are up by 1. And yes, I'm
which
just
by itself
doing
is
a
also
run-through.
Pretty amazing.
That's very impressive. He threw it up in midair, got it, and put it back in. So very impressive by him. And yes, I am just doing a run through of what happened. And
next play.
And so then the Clippers got the ball, and LeBron also managed to make an amazing defensive play to win the game. He was guarding Kawhi Leonard, the Clippers star player. He was guarding him all the way down the court, and then Kawhi Leonard had passed the ball off to Paul George, who is another great Clippers player, and LeBron James managed to switch onto that and guard that. And the whole time, LeBron James was guarding both of them, and he managed to guard both of them, and neither of them managed to get a shot in the hoop to, regather the game to go into overtime. So that's an amazing play by LeBron James to manage to do both those things. And the main part is then, I believe it was 2 or 3 nights ago, the Suns and the Clippers had a matchup. And the Suns aren't an amazing team, so a lot of us thought maybe the Clippers had a chance to win this one. Well, if you did, you thought wrong, because the Clippers did not win, unfortunately. So they had another game at the end of the game. They had another chance to win the game, and Devin Booker had the ball with, I believe, 6 seconds remaining on the clock. And he he went like up to like mid range. They were down by 2 or down by 1. He went up. He did a fadeaway over Paul George, who was an amazing Clippers player, and he made it. So it was a buzzer beater fadeaway that made the Suns win that game. So it's a bummer, definitely, for all Clippers fans to have those 2 big upsets late in the game. So, yeah. Do you have anything else to add, Miles?
Yeah, the Clippers and the Suns are both cool names. And also, I wanted to add for the Yankees fans who think that it's fun to torment the Red Sox fans. Right now, through 1 inning gameplay, the Yankees are losing 3-0 to the Phillies. So you say our pitching's bad, yours is slightly better.
What? Ours is better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you spent so much money on that one guy.
Doesn't matter. All right. So do you have anything to add for the first half of this show?
Well, how about the setup, the new setup?
Oh yeah. So
Pretty classy, right?
so we had that very classy. So it's like chill, you know, couch babble. So we had the first original setup. It was full quarantine. I was calling Miles through like Zoom or something, Google Hangouts, and we were like calling through our phone. There was no video. We had none of this like these words going on the top. We had like we had like one commercial. I think we had Burn Bath maybe, classic, and it was really weird. Like, we kind of just, like, went with it. And that was our first setup. I was upstairs in my room. Miles was doing who knows what at his house.
Basement.
Miles is in his basement.
Yeah.
And then, so that was our first setup. And then we started, then for our second setup, it was in my room upstairs in our house. Miles came over. And that's when I was sitting on, like, the left side of the camera for you, and Miles was sitting on the right, and Noah was sitting right in the middle. I believe we hadn't had all this still we didn't have, like, the words on the top or, like, anything like that, like pictures.
Wait,
Yeah,
wasn't it for, like, the first one? I'm just remembering this, like, Quinn was in one room, I was in the other, our dad was in the other, like, doing the Jeopardy sound effect,
Yeah.
and then Miles was at his house, and we were, like, using our, like, school computers.
Do you remember what it was about, though?
Our first episode was about Tom Brady.
Make sure to go check it out at Sports Babble. It's Miles and Quinn.
SportsBabbleVT.com. Make sure to check out every episode we've ever watched after you watch this one, of course. And so back to what I was talking about. So we had that setup. We had the setup upstairs in my room, which I believe we had that setup for maybe 2-3 episodes. And then we had the episode that we had for 2 episodes. It was down here where we're recording right now, but we had a table. It was a table right here with like a bunch of props on it. I was on one side, Miles was on the other. We had Noah over in that corner. You can't really see him, but he was over there. But now he's over there. So we have this new setup. He was over there for that setup, and now we have this setup where me and Miles are sitting on the couch, a little more chill.
Hopefully you'll get press access to the stadiums.
Yeah, and so basically for that one series we did, we had a mock draft, and we had a poll where you guys decided whose team you thought was the best, and I won.
Well, in
just
fairness,
a disclaimer
I let you pick first.
for like 2 of them.
For,
Anyways,
like, 2
so we're
more
planning on
than
having
I
another
did.
poll. So we might move this whole setup back upstairs. Like if you guys vote that was your favorite setup, you like that one the best, we might move this back upstairs. So just giving you guys what you want. So we'll have a poll with like the 4 different setups. Probably not the Google Hangouts one because that's like
They might want us in
that's
the
hard to
stadium.
video. Oh yeah, maybe in the Super Bowl LVVVX97 stadium.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
I'm not sure what it is. I just named a bunch of letters and numbers. But anyway, so yeah, we'll have that poll, and you guys can choose. So yeah, and before we move on to the second, like our commercials and second half of our show, I do want to add, we would love it here at Sports Babble if you guys could all like, subscribe, comment, turn on the post. You see that little bell? You click on it, hit all. That's the notification bell, so you never miss an upload. You get notified every week we upload. What does that say? 3.8 million subscribers. Woo.
Minus a lot.
Big disclaimer. All right, so yeah, we would really love it if you could like, share with your friends. So make sure they're subscribed if they haven't already. Turn on the post bell notifications, and like and subscribe twice more, and comment, and like your own comments.
And tell your friends about the show.
And tell your friends to like your own
Smooth Miles.
comments.
Yeah.
So we are moving on to the commercials. We'll see you after this.
Whether a scrape on your knee or a boo-boo on your arm, we at Kid Clinic are here for your needs. Our entire staff of doctors, nurses, and practitioners have graduated from the highest levels of elementary education. And, most of all, we care. We care. We care.
Wait, you're just a kid.
Relax, Mr. Schwartz. I'm a Band-Aid expert. Working at the Kid Clinic has been a dream come true and a huge step for my career. And recess is always fun. Thank you, Kid Clinic.
Sports Babble with Miles and Quinn. We're back, everybody. And yes, we are awesome. So, no, bro, do you want to hit us in with the listener questions?
Wait, first I want to say, before anything, thank you, Kid Clinic. Thank you. Like, every time I get hurt, you're just there for me. So thank you, Kid Clinic. You know, I wasn't really
It's a dream come true.
When they were making that commercial, they kind of called me, and I did my part, ran away. That's how that went. And now I think
you delivered, Quinn.
and now that's one of my favorite commercials. So we have the Creepy Case commercial, and now we have that one. Or we've had that one for a while, but Kid Clinic, thank you. I love recess, as you know. So, yeah, let's send it on over to Noah for listener questions and trivia of the day.
Okay, so I'm on a hot streak right now. You guys are both getting whack-a-mole over there. So, first I want to talk about, like, Bacon Bros. Make sure you go check it out. It's a great website at Bacon Bros. Yeah, Quinn, show him the towel. Show him. Get up there. Yeah. Show him the towel. Everything is better with bacon. I 110%
So true.
agree. Right? And then Miles, they saw your apron last time. Amazing.
Except it didn't have a bacon thing on it.
Bacon thing.
Shame.
Shame. It's a shame. Well, if
Like
you guys,
if you like bacon.
yeah, like and subscribe.
If
For
you
bacon.
don't,
Yeah.
well, still do. Who doesn't
Yeah,
like
check
bacon?
out the YouTube channel.
For our 3.9 million subscribers.
Yeah, we just need to add on to that. Yeah, and if you guys want merchandise,
And too bad.
No, make sure to subscribe. If we're up to 1 million I'm joking. If we're up to maybe, what do you guys think?
100.
100 subscribers by the end of the
Year.
No,
Week.
once
think
we're
that's
up
her best
to,
chance.
how about the 20th episode?
What?
20th episode.
That's in like 5 episodes.
Okay.
Bro, what?
Can they do it? You think
I don't know.
No.
Can our 13 subscribers spread the word?
Can they? To all
More
those
like, will
subscribers out
they?
there,
All right,
looking at you,
Noah.
do it. Okay, yeah. Listener questions. Let's get on to it. You can obviously tell Miles is a baller. Okay, so listener question number 1. So how do you think like the first game, like for basketball, baseball, how do you think it like sets the tone for the rest of the year? How do you think like the players think?
I think that the players are super self-conscious about it and they don't want to look dumb. So they try super hard, and I honestly think that they actually try harder in the first game than they would in, say, like the 13th game, unless they're playing a rival. So I think it's all about, impressing and showing that your team is a force to be reckoned with and making sure you have that intimidation factor. So you might not, if you're a team that is that has a losing record, then I don't think you try as hard as you would on the first game.
What about Q? Re-say the question.
Oh yeah. How do you think like the first game for basketball, baseball? How do you think it like sets the tone for the rest of the year?
Oh well, the first game, I think it surprises a lot of like the fans that are watching, because it like no one really knew what they were gonna do, so it shows like what the season's gonna look like. It kind of shows what the season might look like for basketball with like the virtual fans, for baseball with some cardboard cutouts, people having fun with that. It kind of sets the tone in that way for the fans, but for the players it sets the tone like also for them how the season's gonna look like. So yeah, I'd say for both of them, it shows them what they're getting through, not what they're getting themselves into, but kind of like that.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Next question. So Miles, one is for you, and Quinn, one is for you. So here, how about we start off with Miles? So Miles, who do you think is the best MLB player in the game so far, starting off the year or starting off the restart year?
Shane Bieber.
Who's that?
Anything else?
Who's Shane Bieber, Miles?
Shane Bieber is a pitcher for the Cleveland Indians, and on his first 2 appearances, he tied the major league record for most strikeouts in your first 2 starts of the year. He got 14 in the first and then 13 in the second one. So he got 27, and he's just been on fire, and right now he leads the league with 35 strikeouts, and he also has a low ERA and WHIP. So I think that he's definitely one of the best, if not the best, pitchers in the league.
I thought you had a little more to add. Okay, Quinn, who do you think is the best NBA player right now?
I can mention 2. Otherwise I might get flamed in the comments.
Jason Tatum.
I'd have to go with either Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Antetokounmpo, I think. Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks. I think he's one of the best big men in the league. And being a big man that can do what he can do, very impressive. He does need to work on his shooting, which might give the second player an edge on him. And the second player is LeBron James, a basketball veteran, who is arguably one of the best players to ever play in the NBA. Yeah? No?
Well, can I add? I think Zion, he's up there. I think he's a rookie, but he's still proving so much in his rookie year that he's like...
It's tough to call him the best, considering we haven't seen a lot from him.
But
we have seen more from like LeBron and Giannis so far.
From what I've seen, I've been amazed.
Yeah, I would say maybe I'm not sure what range, but he's working his way up there. Definitely to be one of the best.
Comparison of their stats up on the website. You wanna
Yeah.
do that?
So yeah, we'll do a comparison of Giannis and LeBron's stats, and we'll put those on the website so you guys can take a look at like who you think might be better. So yeah, but I might have to go with LeBron because, like I said before, Giannis needs to work on shooting, and LeBron, he can shoot. Like LeBron, if he gets the ball at the 3-point line, he can pull up, shoot, and he probably will drain it because he is insane. But not so much Giannis. He's more of like a drive to the hoop guy. But I guarantee you, if you saw Giannis Antetokounmpo driving to the hoop at you, you would probably scream and run away because he is so frightening. Not that I know of, but it looks like it. So I'll go with LeBron for now, but if Giannis can manage to learn how to shoot the ball, then I think it's definitely Giannis.
Okay, so this is the time we've been waiting for. I love the questions that you answered. Getting the helmet ready. Okay, so we got Chloe. We got a guest.
Hey, Chloe.
Would Chloe like to say
This is
anything?
Chloe.
She's the official dog of Sports Babble with Miles and Quinn.
The Yankees are better than the Patriots and Red Sox and everyone.
I cannot agree more. Okay, so how about we
You're
move?
so right.
How about
Chloe
we
is a
go
dog.
on to the trivia?
Yeah. All right. Let's get it going here.
Okay, so trivia of the
First
day.
answer.
I was kind of thinking Miles might know a little more than Quinn about this one. So the trivia is,
Noah's out to get me.
what is the most home runs in a single game?
Oh, what?
Okay. Is it 5, 10, 8, or 9?
5, I'm guessing.
5. Okay. Quinn?
Oh, no.
I'm going to go 8.
8. Ooh. Okay.
Was it 9?
It is 8.
Oh,
Quinn got it.
on.
What? Who? I think it was a guy.
Wait, what?
His name was baseball player.
No, you're forced to quit.
You know he just made that up.
No, I haven't.
All right, so we haven't had one of these yet. So how this is going to work?
Oh, no.
Noah will slap Miles on the head, and I will slap Miles on the head.
What? I don't want to get slapped
And then I will slap Noah on the head.
Yeah.
Singular times.
Wait, what?
Singular
You get
time.
slapped twice.
Why?
Or, no, wait.
No, I don't
You
get
get
swiped.
slapped once, and I slap Noah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Quinn is getting unslapped.
Okay.
What can I say except I'm
Okay.
amazing at trivia?
Okay,
All right,
so
Miles. It's time for you to face your fear.
okay.
Right, yep, right here, Noah's. All right, I will commentate, of course, because Miles, you have to be in the shot. Miles, be in the shot.
You're not in the shot. You gotta be in the shot.
You have to be in the shot.
Wait, I'm getting shot?
Yeah. All right, Noah's lining up his hit,
Hold on one second.
making Miles face the camera. Noah is flexing his Brandon Jacobs Giants jersey.
This is going to be fun.
Miles is about to get hit.
Hold on one second. Hold on, let me just see. I think.
The anticipation is killing me.
Miles, you farted?
I think he was like,
Oh, that's nasty.
Ready?
All right, 3, 2, 9. Oh, and he gets hit. Miles is on the ground. Miles is crying, folks. Oh, ow, that must have hurt. All right. I think
Let's go, everybody.
apologize
Noah's
for
first.
nothing.
I am about to slap Noah on the head. This is
Don't worry, Noah. It only hurts about as much as you'd think.
This is Noah's first ever helmet slap, so here we go.
All right, ready? Let's hit him, and hit him hard. I'm kidding. All right, well.
I apologize for nothing.
Oof.
Okay, that wasn't that
Give me another hit. Okay. Hey, my dog does that too. Where's the ear hole? Oh, that's the helmet. Alrighty then. Now that we have the physical peril done in the episode, there's really no point in continuing, so I think we'll just wrap this show up.
Thank you for joining us on episode 15.
Number 15.
Sports Battle with Miles and
Number
Quinn.
15.
Like, subscribe, like again, like 3 more times, subscribe 9 more
You
times.
can only like it like once.
Well, you can, but who cares?
Brain.
What a save.
See that? See that save?
Comment, like your own comments, like your friends' comments, like my comment.
Tell
like
people
everyone's
about the show.
comments, subscribe, like more times, and share, turn on the post bell notifications, and we'll see you next time on episode 16 of Sports Babble with Miles and Quinn.
Subscribe.
And eat bacon. Eat bacon, please.